Bonjour, I'm Lanie Anderson.
Bonjour, I'm Landrie Anderson.
We're from Mount Harmon Middle Chapter. We are Level 1.
Our project is a food innovations event titled From Dull to Divine, a trip to France and back.
We did this project because we were concerned that macarons were bland and unpopular. We wanted to improve the cookies' appeal and make them more popular in our community. We noticed that most people didn't know what macarons were, let alone the difference between macaroons, a coconut-based cookie, and macarons, a French almond-based cookie.
We set a goal at the beginning of our project. This goal was to improve a 1931 macaron recipe. We wanted to modernize it, update the flavor profile amongst our target audience, and make the recipe more popular in our community. How we can tell we met our goals was by the evaluation papers. If we were successful, we would have positive reviews after our second test.
Our target audience was community members ages 18 and up. What we accomplished was updating the flavor profile of 1931 macarons. The testing and baking occurred from January 24th to the 27th. We baked these cookies in our home and brought them to an office environment for people in our community to try, as shown in our pictures on the board.
We did this project by forming a plan, following a recipe, and updating the vintage recipe based off of collected data. Our vintage recipe and our updated recipe are on this side of the board. We went shopping at our local grocery store for ingredients. The cost of our ingredients was $31.74. We ordered our packaging from Amazon. The total cost for packaging was $9.90. We spent a total of $41.64. In total, that is 92 cents per serving. The retail price we decided on was $1.50. We did this because if you were to retail this product, you would need to make a small profit to buy ingredients to keep producing.
We found this recipe in a cookbook titled The Joy of Cooking. The book, as well as the recipe, was published in 1931. On Sunday, January 24th, we made our first recipe for our first trial. We pulled up our hair, washed our hands, and then washed our countertop surfaces. We used our vintage 1931 recipe and followed the very thorough instructions. We made sure to clean as we progressed, as we were handling both raw and fresh ingredients. On Monday, January 25th, we delivered our first test. We had 5 people try a macaron. Once they finished eating, they each filled out an evaluation form. We studied our feedback from those forms that night. These are our evaluation forms.
On Tuesday, January 26th, we made alterations to the original recipe. We pulled up our hair, washed our hands, and then washed our countertop surfaces. We made our cookies according to the changes. The only change we made to the cookie recipe was adding 3 drops of pink gel food coloring to our dough. We did this to improve the appearance and to match the color of the cream filling. The changes are listed underneath the recipes. One change we made to the cream filling was using 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract instead of half a teaspoon of almond extract and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We made this change because the vanilla extract has a stronger and more appealing taste than the almond extract. Another change we made was adding natural strawberry flavor to the cream. In order to do so, we pureed 1/2 cup of diced fresh strawberries, thus totaling 1/4 a cup after pureed. Doing this made a thicker consistency to the cream. It also updated the flavor profile to be more enjoyable by using the flavor of the natural sugars found in the strawberries. The strawberries also have a natural color, which when pureed and combined with the cream, made the color a pink color without using any dye. This color change was appealing visually because it matched the pink cookies along with the image visualized with strawberry flavor. On Wednesday, January 27th, we delivered our second test. We had 10 people try the altered cookie, which we called Marvelous Macaron. Once they finished eating, they filled out an evaluation form. We believe we were successful with meeting our goal because the feedback we received was positive. The people who consumed the cookie for both tests wrote that they noted a positive change in the flavor and appearance from the original 1931 macaron to the Marvelous Macaron. We would like to note that our marvelous macarons are gluten and soy free.
On the evaluation for test number 1, our average rating was 4.5 out of 5. When asked if they would eat the cookie again, 98% said yes. When asked if the cookie was visually appealing, 75% said yes. On the evaluation for test number 2, our average rating was 5 out of 5. When asked if they would eat the cookie again, 100% said yes. When asked if the cookie was visually appealing, 98% said yes. When asked if they noticed a change between the tests, 98% said yes.
A way we can follow up with this project would be to alter the cookies one more time. Since we made changes to the original recipe based off of feedback on the evaluation from test number 1, we can alter the final recipe based off of feedback from the evaluation for test number 2.
We chose to make macarons because they are an uncommon cookie in our community. They used to be more popular in the 1940s and 50s. We wanted to learn how to make them and to make them more enjoyed and known again. We decided that our target audience would enjoy these cookies because it's a recipe that their grandparents or great-grandparents would have made. A bonus with this cookie is that they are gluten-free, so everyone in our target audience could consume it.
The main food science topic we learned was food processing. Food processing taught us the effect color and flavor has on our product's marketability. We also learned skills for handling raw and fresh ingredients, as well as proper portioning. To answer question number 1, we learned marketability skills based on evaluating and modifying our recipe. This means that we learned that visual and sensory appeal have a large impact on marketability. We also learned culinary skills by handling raw, fresh, and saturated foods. We will use these skills in both facts classes and business classes. We will also use these in a future career because of our facts standards knowledge and our business knowledge. To answer question number 2, one obstacle we had to overcome was accurately measuring ingredients. We found it difficult to follow the measurements from our original recipe as they were not as modernized. They were measurements in pounds rather than cups, so we were unfamiliar. We addressed and overcame this obstacle by using precision, converting pounds to cups, and opening our minds to different methods. Another obstacle we faced was the fact that ovens in 1931 were a lot different than ovens we have today. So, making these macarons, the temperature is very important. If it's too hot, they won't cook properly. So we had to study our recipe to make sure we followed correctly.
Our packaging consists of a plastic box, pink ribbon, elastic ties, and our card. Our card has a paper title, which says Marvelous Macarons, and our nutrition label, which includes nutrition facts, ingredient list, dairy warning for allergies, and consumption instructions.
There is an enlarged copy of the nutrition facts and our tag on the board.
Thank you.